Welcome to the Deep Dive into Success podcast. Jason and Rebecca are ready to fuel your next move. Every insight here is a spark. Ignite change. Seize the moment. Take action today and shape your tomorrow. Check us out by listening. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to receive notifications when new content is available.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into a source that really pushes back against some common financial wisdom.
Specifically that idea about the American dream, you know?
Exactly. The idea that paying off your mortgage is the ultimate sign of financial freedom.
Right. Our source argues this often comes from what it calls a poverty mindset.
Okay, let's define that. What is this poverty mindset?
Well, it's basically a framework built on, let's say, fear and scarcity. It's all about preservation.
Playing defense with your money, essentially.
Totally. And the big trap there, according to the source, is that this overcautious approach, especially around debt, well, it makes you miss out.
Miss out on what?
Strategic investment opportunities, high return stuff. Because you're so focused on avoiding all debt, you lock up capital paying down low interest loans, maybe your mortgage principal.
The lost opportunity cost. Money sitting still instead of, working for you.
Precisely. It's not generating maximum income because it's tied up.
Okay, so this mindset fails to distinguish. It sees all debt as bad.
Yeah, pretty much. But the source draws a really clear line. There's a crucial difference.
Between good debt and bad debt. Let's get those definitions clear.
Okay, so bad debt, according to this framework, is used for things that just go down in value. Things that don't make you money.
Like consumer goods.
Exactly. Think high-interest credit card balances for stuff you just consumed, or maybe a fancy car that depreciates the second you drive it away. It actively costs you money.
Got it. So what's good debt then?
Good debt is strategic. It's money borrowed to buy or build an asset that appreciates or, crucially, generates cash flow.
Something that pays you.
Right. And ideally, the return from that asset is significantly higher than the interest you're paying on the debt.
So the goal shifts. It's not just get rid of debt.
Not at all. For what the source calls the wealth generation mindset, the goal is increasing your monthly cash flow. You use leverage, you manage debt smartly, you don't just run from it.
Which leads us straight to the big one. The house. The primary residence.
The cornerstone belief, right?
Yeah.
That your home is your greatest asset.
But this source, it has a pretty radical take, doesn't it? It uses a simple test.
A very simple test. Does it pay you? And by that definition, a primary residence.
Fails. It's a liability, not an asset.
And that's tough for people to hear because we're emotionally attached to our homes. But financially speaking, even when it's fully paid off,
it still costs money.
Constantly. You've got property taxes, insurance. Those are non-negotiable.
And maintenance, repairs, which can be huge and unpredictable.
And it's all on you, 100%. Plus, all that capital, your equity, is just sitting there. Not working.
That's the opportunity cost again. It's essentially a consumption item, financially speaking.
That's the argument, yes.
So what's the alternative strategy proposed? If not buying a primary residence, then what?
The source talks about financial freedom arbitrage. Basically, maximize your capital elsewhere.
Okay. How does that work?
The catchy phrase is, rent where you live and own where you invest.
So you take the money you would have sunk into a down payment and into all that endless maintenance.
And you aggressively invest it into true assets. Things that actually meet the test.
Things that generate income.
Exactly. Rental properties that cash flow positively, maybe business systems you own, dividend-paying stocks. Things that produce income without you having to trade your time for it directly.
That income gives you control over your time, your energy. That's the real commodity.
That's the ultimate goal, yes. Control.
So the mental shift is huge. You have to stop thinking.
How quickly can I pay this off?
And start asking.
How can I use this leverage, maybe this low interest debt, to get a, say, 20% return over here?
You switch from my house is my biggest asset to
my ability to create and acquire real assets is my biggest asset. That's the engine.
So true financial freedom, in this view, it isn't zero debt or zero obligations.
No, it's the presence of overwhelming positive cash flow. It's when your passive income, the money coming in from your assets, consistently covers all your fixed living expenses.
That's when you're actually free. You can choose your work, your time.
That's the definition.
Okay, so stepping one is really shedding that fear-based, preservation-only mindset.
Yeah, you have to be willing to play offense with your capital, intelligently, of course.
Makes sense. A different way to look at building wealth.
It really is. And it leads to a final thought, something for you listening to consider. If your main financial target is simply saving, say, $1 million for retirement, just accumulating a pile, are you maybe focusing too much on preservation? Could you be unknowingly limiting your growth by not focusing instead on building a system that generates monthly passive income? A system that might actually get you to financial independence much, much sooner than just saving that lump sum.
Thanks for diving deep with us on this episode of the Deep Dive into Thriving Successfully. We hope you found a quick hack to take action on today. If this episode moved the needle for you, please take 1 second to hit that follow or subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform. It helps us reach more people who want to start thriving. Our content is 100% based on listener requests. We want to cover the topics you struggle with. Drop your episode suggestions in the comments or send us an email directly at deepdive@lfeg.info. And the best way you can help us is to share this episode with a friend or colleague you care about. Let's build a thriving community together. Until the next dive, keep crushing your goals.